ghetto. Hey man, go ahead, hit like and subscribe, and let's get right on it. Fourth division and former undefeated Mikey Garcia fell miserably short when he attempted to become a 5 division world champion. Most experts, many fighters, and a lot of fans all around the world was expecting that Mikey Garcia was in fact gonna get the beating of his career, and they were absolutely right. But in the build-up of this fight, you have some experts and some fighters and a few fans like myself that will actually say that this fight was gonna be alright due to the lack of head movement that Errol Spence has shown in his previous fight. Also, his lack of defense and boxing ability was always put into question, and those questions needed to be answered. And guess what? They were answered. And thanks to that, now Errol the Truth Spence Jr. has become and evolved into a pay-per-view boxing superstar. From the moment that Errol Spence Jr.'s face hit the screen at the big Dallas stadium, the fans were crazy, and you could tell who was the champion and who was the favorite in Dallas. It was truly a glamorous night. I mean, you had all sort of famous people there: Floyd Money Mayweather, Evander Holyfield, Mr. Jerry Jones, and the list goes on. I mean, it was truly a beautiful night for the sport of boxing. 47,500 boxing fans from Dallas and all around Texas came to be witness of this great event. They truly did a marvelous job with the promotion of this fight. I mean, it was a beautiful scene. The Dallas Cowboys Stadium being used for a big boxing event in which the headliner or the main event is their local fighter. It's truly unheard of. Now, with all that being said, let's talk about how this fight actually broke down. Nothing much happened during the first round. I would say that both fighters was pretty much testing each other, getting warmed up, getting on the right distance. It was definitely a lot of respect in the first round from each fighter. Now on the second round, in my opinion, I kind of saw Errol Spence Jr. trying to come in the way he usually do, come in straight down the line. And we saw how quickly Mikey responded to that and started on counter Errol Spence Jr. Actually, if I don't mistake, that was the same round that one of the judges awarded to Mikey Garcia. But quickly after that, we could start seeing an adjustment and a change on the corner of Errol the Truth Spence Jr. On the third round, Errol Spence started using his jab, and he was being very effective. He was getting in the right distance, and he was not allowing Mikey Garcia to come in and throw his punches. He would throw his jab, followed by his overhand left, and because Mikey was not using a double jab, he could not keep Errol Spence Jr. back. I mean, Errol Spence will take that little jab just to deliver his big punch. The only way he could have just stopped Errol Spence is by double, triple jabbing him, which was the very same thing Errol Spence Jr. was doing to Mikey Garcia. I mean, Errol Spence Jr. threw his jab so much that he actually became a barrel for Mikey Garcia. I mean, we're talking about here the Errol Spence Jr. threw almost 1,100 punches in this fight. Mikey Garcia never had the chance to get close to throw his punches. I mean, every time he tried, he was getting smashed with the jab or hit with different sort of left. He just couldn't get close at all. his punch output went dramatically down. He could never get on the right distance, and thanks to that, he was never able to let his combination go. Errol Spence Jr. came into this fight boxing beautifully, using his jab at will, and that threw off Mikey Garcia. I guess he thought the Errol Spence Jr. was eventually gonna start coming forward and he was gonna be able to do his fight, but that never happened in time. By the time Mikey Garcia realized that he needed to do something, it was already too late. Errol Spence Jr. had built up a lead in this fight, and now Mikey Garcia in round 6 and 7 had to play desperate and had to start coming forward, while Errol Spence Jr. was gaining more confidence and he actually started throwing even more punches. By the end of round 6 and 7, it was clear, even to Mikey's fan, that Mikey Garcia was straight up losing the fight. And by round 9, it was like Derrick James was in the corner and told Errol Spence Jr. to pick it up and stop boxing and start putting that pressure that all of us know Errol Spence for. And yes, it was that very same pressure that Mikey Garcia was asking in the beginning of this fight. But when the pressure was actually given to him, he could no longer deal with it. He was already tired. He has been punished for 8 rounds. He hasn't been able to throw any punch. And now at the stage of this fight, Mikey Garcia was in deep problems. By the time they made it to the championship rounds, it was obvious that Mikey Garcia was gonna need near a miracle to be able to win this fight. He kept going. His corner thought about throwing the towel, but in one of those moments that Mikey went to the corner, he said to please not to do it, because he knew he was losing the fight and he knew he perhaps didn't have the power to stop Errol Spence, but that he wasn't feeling hurt and that he could continue with the match. Errol Spence Jr. has shown that he has boxing abilities and plenty more tools. And when he won the fight, Manny Pacquiao was there and he was asked if he wanted to fight Errol Spence Jr. And apparently he has agreed. And Errol Spence Jr. was asking for this fight to be here again at Dallas Cowboy Stadium. All I got to say is my congratulations to Errol the Truth Spence Jr. I cannot wait to see him again. Thank you for watching.